Hi guys, welcome to my second vlog. I'm eating, what was this? Like sweet barbecue chicken. Yeah, I microwaved it. Can't really cook, so I microwave everything. Anyways, it's my generation, so okay. So first generation Cambodian are like the immigrant parents, or the kid that came with them to the U.S. So their parents are the first generation. They could speak Khmer really well. Not so much English. This 1.5 generation are the kid that came with them at a very young age, and they would go to school, like starting off in elementary, and then they would speak English at school, and then come home and they would speak Khmer at home. So they get the best of both worlds. That's how they become bilingual. But there are two types of bilingualism. There's an additive bilingualism and subtractive bilingualism. So additive bilingualism, like you maintain the language, like your heritage language. In this case, Cambodian. So a 1.5 generation Cambodian person would, speak Khmer at home and maintain that language. And then when they go to school, they would speak fluent English because they would learn it through osmosis, just actually acquiring the language. Because, at a young age, they're at that period where they can just absorb the sound system and, able to naturally speak English without actually having to learn it. Because, kids are amazing at learning languages. And then later on, maybe it just depends on their environment, I guess. Like, they can either lose their heritage language or maintain it. So some 1.5 generation kid would actually maintain both languages. Like myself, like I can still speak Khmer and of course English. But when I was growing up, I didn't know how to read and write Khmer because, Khmer, we don't really have bilingual education. We don't have a school where we can learn both languages, So that's the disadvantage of being a Khmer person in the U.S. And we don't have like Saturday and Sunday school where we can go on the weekend, and like learn Khmer, learn how to read and write Khmer. So growing up, I never had a formal education in Khmer. But later on, I, taught myself Khmer after I learned a little bit more about Khmer culture. So I just took the initiative, maybe in my junior or senior year in high school, and just start learning Khmer. But I didn't have any learning material. So my mom at that time, she went to Cambodia. Oh yeah, before she went, I told her that I asked her, like, could you give me some like elementary school textbooks so I could like learn from it? So when she got back from Cambodia, she brought me some Khmer textbooks, and I used those textbooks, I think from like grade 1 to grade 3. Just I just looked at it, learned how to read and write, and if I had any question, I would ask my mom, like, hey, how do you read this? Like, how do you read the alphabet or vowel? And so she told me, and I just went off of that and just used the book and learned how to read and write Khmer. So it took me about like 3 months to actually learn how to read and write. Yeah. So that's bilingual. What did I say? Oh, additive bilingualism. Sorry. Yeah, additive bilingualism is when you maintain your heritage language and also your dominant language. Like in my case, English is my dominant language. Yeah, so that's additive bilingualism. So subtractive bilingualism is like where you start off speaking your heritage language, and then later on you go to school and you learn like English, and then you gradually lose the Khmer language. Not lose it, but you still like understand what your parents are saying to you. It's just you just don't speak it, because you don't use it as much in school. And also, back then when I was going to school, it's like English only approach. Like if we were caught speaking Khmer in school, you'll see like the teacher or someone at the school would say like, "Hey, English only, speak English." That was the mentality back then. Is like if you don't speak English fluently, then it's kind of hard to adjust to American lifestyle. So some parents would encourage their kids to speak English even at home, or they would even try to speak English to their kids. But my parents, they wanted me to learn Khmer, so they just spoke Khmer at home, and that's how I was able to maintain Khmer. And also I was also interested in learning Khmer and maintaining it too. Yeah, so that's subtractive bilingualism, is where the dominant language take over, and then the heritage language get lost. Yeah. Okay, then like second generation Cambodian. From what I'm seeing now, it's like most second generation Cambodian, like they can't really speak Cambodian. Only a few of them can, from what I've seen from my own experience. I mean, you might experience something different, but from my own experience, yeah, the second generation just like can't speak Khmer. I mean, some of them can understand Khmer, but I'm starting to see bilingual subtraction, in the Khmer second generation. But from research studies said that in the third generation of just any language speaker, not just Khmer, the language will get lost in the third generation. But I'm already seeing it being lost in the second generation of for Khmer speaker. So yeah. So my reason for starting this channel, my YouTube channel, is because maybe the second generation or third generation could benefit from my channel. And also, I mean, if they want to learn Khmer. Also, it's for like other, everyone else that want to learn Khmer. Like doesn't matter who you are. It's for that purpose. Also, just to teach Khmer to anyone who's interested, not just for Cambodians trying to learn their own language. But back then, like a few years ago, YouTube had like email, like the email feature, and I was getting email from my subscriber like, "Hey, I have a wife. She just recently came from Cambodia, and I will see her watch your YouTube channel." And like, "What are you doing?" And my wife was like, "Oh, I'm just trying to learn English from his YouTube channel." Then I was like, "Oh wow, man! My YouTube channel can actually teach Khmer people how to learn English." So I really didn't create the channel for that purpose, to teach Khmer to teach Cambodian to learn English. But I mean, when I think about it, yeah, you can actually learn English from watching my videos. So that's pretty cool, I guess. So yeah, more power to you if you're learning English with my videos. Oh well, I gotta finish up my chicken. I've been just talking. So I'll finish up, and thank you for watching my vlog. Yeah, please like and subscribe. Thank you for your support.